Part 2 of our series, we are continuing on looking at why do we say yes when we mean no? Last time we talked about the need to look good and the need to be in control. If you haven't watched part 1, go back and check it out. It's going to give you a lot more context for where we're headed. In this video, we're going to look at the drivers of feeling good and being right about ourselves, others, everything. The third survival need is feeling good, just not being uncomfortable. There are many, many times people say yes because they want to avoid perceived conflict. They want to avoid somebody being mad at them or judging them or saying something to them they wouldn't feel good about. And I know there are cultural differences. Some cultures have more indirect communication, and in some cultures you are expected to be more compliant. So my wondering often with my clients is, you saying yes when you mean no, what is it creating in the organization? And is it ultimately serving the vision of the organization? It might serve you in the moment because it's more comfortable, you feel good, and what horizon is it opening up as the future rolls out, because it has an impact on what's coming your way. So oftentimes we create environments where we say yes because it's more comfortable, or it seems easier, or it seems like it's going to be more harmonious organizationally, or in our families, or in our relationships. If I just am the one, I'm just the one. I'm going to say yes, and then it's going to smooth everything out. I'm going to say yes, and then nobody's going to be mad at me. I say yes because I don't want to take a risk in the relationship or have a difficult conversation. This need to be comfortable is so strong. And again, no problem with wanting to be comfortable. We don't need to be masochists. Just notice when that goes into overdrive and it causes us to say things that really aren't true for us. That creates a certain impact in relationship, which we're going to look at in just a minute. The fourth survival need that drives this behavior is being right. All these survival needs are similar and they have overlaps. Now, how does being right and saying yes when I mean no, how does that work together? The way we look to ourselves is really important. Think about the way you define yourself. I'm like this, I'm not like that. I'm this kind of a person. I'm this kind of an employee. I'm this kind of a friend. I'm loving, I'm caring, I'm helping, I'm the one that does the lion's share of the work. However we define ourselves, it is really important to maintain our rightness about that. I love being right about what I've already decided about myself. And this is where this saying yes when I mean no can feed into our story about who we are. It can also feed into our story about who other people are or aren't. Because they're the ones that are unreasonable. They're the ones that are uncaring. They're always putting stuff on me. It's a way of being right about a role that I have assumed at some point in my life, personally or professionally, and I continue to validate that role, even at the expense of sometimes my own health, my vision, sometimes the relationship because it's not honest. But I get to be right about how I'm essentially being persecuted. I'm the one that does all the things. I'm the one that's burdened. I'm the one that makes everything run in this organization. I'm the one that makes everything happen in this family. All those narratives that run in our head, run in the background, and sometimes we don't even notice them. So notice how being right in any direction can feed this desire, this automatic tendency to say yes when I mean no. Saying yes when you mean no has an impact in a lot of different ways. Let's look at a few. Physically, imagine all those yeses create extra work, create extra activity, create other obligations. And sometimes we just work and work and work and strive and strive and strive. And then we add things to the plate and we let other people add things to the plate because we're not being honest about our no. And then we become physically depleted. We're working 80 hours a week. We're working on the weekends. We're doing things that we would say we don't want to do, but that we've also agreed to do by saying yes instead of no. There is a huge physical impact on the body, on your stress, on your ability to re-up in a day or in a moment. The reality is oftentimes we can't physically accomplish them all. So then there's an emotional impact on yourself. The judgment, self-judgment, and then there's the frustration, and then there's the resentment. Resenting myself, resenting other people. Why did they give me this? Doesn't anyone understand me? No one cares. And all of that takes a physical, emotional toll. When people say yes, when they mean no, they are out of integrity with themselves. And so internally, you begin to lose trust in yourself. You can't even trust yourself at times because you notice that you're automatically saying something that is not true for you. So that creates internal turmoil or self-doubt. It feeds this insecurity about who you are and what you bring into the world. There's also an impact on our relationships. So if I'm saying yes to you when I mean no, and that's happening on a consistent basis, I am seeding dishonesty into the relationship. It's a way of not letting you really know me, not taking the risk for you to know who I am or what's important to me. It's a way to keep people at arm's length while simultaneously making it look like I care because I'm doing the thing that you asked. It's a type of performance, and relationally, performance sets up a dynamic that always ends in disappointment and resentment and frustration, sometimes anger, on both parties' ends. So next time someone asks you to do something, take a breather, take a breath, pause, and ask yourself, is my yes an honest yes? Is my no an honest no? And then do the thing that's honest. Thank you for watching this series. This wraps up 2023, and I would love to hear from you if you have ideas or suggestions for new videos in 2024.